Neopians, hi. Hello. I'm gonna do Snow Wager because I do not know if I've been doing Snow Wager these past few days. Couldn't tell. Yeah, it might have been a day or two since I've came over and bothered this man. Not that I'm getting quality stuff, but I just don't think I've been doing Snow Wager these past few days. So there we go. And then we're gonna get right into my premium Wheel of Starlight, just to see if I get anything cool, if Girly Pop's gonna give me anything cooler. If she's not, up to her, honestly and truly. What do we got? A Mastixie 2. Then we're gonna come back to my Neopets homepage and we're gonna start on Winter Starlight Celebration time. We're gonna click on this and we're gonna visit the advent calendar and see what we get today. On this day, we have a cute little graphic that's a bunny. Then if we click on Raina, I get an orange egg. And if I collect my prize, I get 902 Neopoints, a Snow Bunny sugar cookie, a Snow Bunny bouncy ball, and then for premium, a Snow Bunny and the Snow Trinket background. So there we go. That is a Snow Bunny. That Snow Bunnies are P2s? Sure. So there we go. That is Advent for the day. Just had to get all of that out there in the first half of this. We're gonna put some stuff in my inventory and then we're gonna click safety deposit box instead of inventory. We're gonna see what this creature is. Just because, why not? This little guy loves to lie in the sun, but often naps in the shade. It can be quite affectionate, but also kind of a nasty temper. He's a little guy. Man, dude, never has been crazy expensive this past year. 3,000 isn't that bad. He's a dude. He's been available. Love it. Love it. I hope you have fun in my safety deposit box. Hope you have fun in the safety deposit box. There we go. And then, what is anything else? You're available. Okay. We can do some dailies. There's not really any Neopets news today. There might be stuff tomorrow. Neopets also doesn't do a lot of things on like Saturday and Sundays, which is chill. We're gonna come in here and do my Trudies. How are y'all's doing today? How are you doing today? How are your Neopets? How are your houseplants? How are your pets? How's life? I was asleep for too long today. Too long. My roommates had to check and see if I was alive. That's how like asleep I was today. Cause I didn't really have anything to do. I usually get up and do work Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday I spend like a lot of time doing school. Like I do school like here and there through the week, but like with the weekends when I don't work. That's when I do a lot of my school work. But I'm done with my class for this semester, so waiting to get that grade back. I don't think I failed the course. I could have gotten every question on the final wrong and still not failed the course. I just, kind of want my grade back. But they have over a week, my professor. So they'll do that. Now I have to figure out what to do with my time that's not school. We're not going to do that. We're going to open up some coconut shy, quick links, and then we open it up and we kind of like see what happened if I get anything. And I quickly look at it. I usually don't win coconuts except for that one time like a month ago that I did win a coconut. That was fun. We come over here and go to my inventory and it's like, did we win a coconut? Probably not. No, but there's my beautiful obsidian. Cool. Healing Springs. Sure. Let's buy a little icy snowball. Why not? Icy snowball. There we go. Like I said, I have to figure out hobbies. beyond Neopets. I have Neopets. Um, I'm going so slow. I'm really just coming on here. And then when I'm not doing advent calendar, I'm just doing Battledome so I can get either negs or code stones. I do Jetsamates, probably not the #1 person you can fight, but for like how trained Lepediolite is, Jetsamates isn't that bad for me. I can do it on hard, get all of those Neopoints per round, get Nerk mid drops, get code stones. That way I can train Lepediolite, because I'm giving up on Kitchen Quest. That was a fun. Was it even a full week of me doing Kitchen Quest? Everything was fine, and then the advent calendar started, and because there's bonuses for the snow fairy, I had to look it up. The snow fairy and Kitchen Quest have like overlapping items, so there are some items that are crazy inflated right now on Kitchen Quest because people are also trying to complete stuff for the snow fairy. And it's not that I know what I'm doing. We're going real slow for training. To think like 4 months ago, if I would have like really stuck to it, I could be close to like 250. That would be wild. But we're gonna take training nice and slow. You know, you don't want to Battledome trains too much. And it's like, yeah, I can only put Lepediolite in like 1 time a day, but I'm not doing Kitchen Quest. Octopus, he made me upset, and I figured it out. I was thinking, I thought Kitchen Quest guy was an octopus because he looks like the octopus from Monsters Inc. because they're both octopus chefs and they're wearing like the chef outfit. And I guess technically the guy from Kitchen Quest isn't like an octopus, but he's a chef. So that's where I think everything's coming from. So far, no one's backing me up and telling me that they also thought the Kitchen Quest guy was an octopus. So that's great. That's cool. That's fine, I guess. But yeah, that's because I was like, there's no way I'm just unintelligent, you know? Like, there has to be something there. And there is something there. It's me associating Neopet characters with movie characters. So, boom-a-doom-doom-doom. There we go. Let's beg for an Orion stamp. I've never gotten anything from this stupid little wishing well. Is it sentient? Does it hate me? Is Lepediolite not beautiful? I know Lepediolite. Did y'all see what that man just said? Little quote said, "How can I show my face like this in the Battledome? Bestie, we're just in the Battledome 20 minutes ago." I did my Battledome before this, and then we can't train too much because I'm not buying all those items. If an item's over... Here's what I've been doing for Kitchen Quest. If a single item is under like 10,000 Neopoints, it's fine. What I do is I look up the price of all 3 or 4 items first, and if one item's above something, it's above 10,000, I'm not doing the quest. I'm not doing it, and it's easier now than ever to make money on Neopets. I could certainly get higher price stuff, but it's never that I get like an item that's like 400 Neopoints and like 7,000 Neopoints and even like 20,000 Neopoints. If that was the case, I would do it. Why are my items 500,000 Neopoints, and then 250,000 Neopoints, and then 15,000 Neopoints? Nope. Sorry. Our little aquatic chef is going to have to mess with someone else because it's not going to be me. So, I'm going to just chill out on the quests because, you know, I'm not dealing with the inflation right now. I'm not dealing with the inflation for... What is that thing called? The maps for all of the maps, but truly the one for Varwolf. If I was a good Neopet influencer, I would have already had a video out on how to get a Varwolf, but I saw a spoiler for trying to get those map pieces and I decided no, sorry, that's not happening anytime soon. So if those pieces drop, sure. But until then, we're not doing it. I got a mashed eye potato. That's great. What else can we do? I'm not doing the coincidence. Do not click on anything new, girly pop. You do not have the strength. Let's zap some people. Like at some point in my Neopets career, I would like to have like nice matching like P2s and P3s that goes with each of my Neopets. But there's not really anything there. Like, for most of the, let's go through my P2s that I've attached to my pets, because I know you all are worried. Lollygag is attached to someone zapping for fun. This pet that doesn't have a name is attached to someone else, and I have it for an avatar. And then once I'm done with the avatar, you're gonna be someone else. Frankie, I want to say Frankie is attached to Tiny, and so I'm not messing with Frank. What if I verified information? What if I verified my information? Okay, Frankie is attached to Tiny, so I'm not going to zap Frankie, because whoever gets Tiny in less than a week, on the 13th, at a random point, I'm putting Tiny in the... I know the time of day. We're getting rid of Tiny next Saturday, because Tiny serves no purpose left on my account. And then I was going to get rid of Tiny earlier, but then I realized, like, oh yeah, John Cena has his last match in WWE next Saturday. And I'm nothing if I'm not a internet mark, so we have to match up Tiny's retirement date with John Cena's retirement date. Anyways, all that to say is whoever gets Tiny from the pound is going to get Frankie as well. So you get a fun little Candy Chan fun thing, and then if you take them off because it's lab zapped, you're going to get some random pet. Don't even know what the base pet is. Todd. Couldn't tell you about Todd. Lugia, whatever. Octopus is for a... What is the octopus for? Avatar. 1337. Whatever. Frank, I can't zap Frank. Frank matches up with Chevy Equinox. And I think that if I was a void pet, my P2 would be this little fish Guy Fieri guy. And it fits the vibe, and it doesn't fit the aesthetic, but like the energy is more important than the aesthetic. So that's why you never see me really zapping Frank. The name doesn't have to be Frank, but I like those two together, so they're staying together. These two, this little koala guy and this bunny avatars, El Champion. I'm not saving El Champion for anything. I just really want a croc. And instead of making a croc, I just haven't. I have to figure out what I want to name my croc. Because I have a croc morphing potion. And then there's a certain... Do I use my dip for my croc? Because I want one. But then I also kind of want to get like the croc P2. And then you take it to like the fungus cave, I think. I could do that. That would be fun. Anyways, El Champion, I could zap in the future. But I do want like a croc pet with a croc P2. And I want the P2 and the croc to match. But I don't think that the P2 croc has the color paint that I want for the big... How can you even tell colors for... Is it a wardrobe? I don't think it is. How do you find out pet colors? Because that's pet colors. Pet styles. Wearables. It's somewhere. Didn't they show you the options? Let's go on an adventure. I hope you all are very happy to be going on this adventure with me. So this is a croc. Oh, these are cheap now. They were in the prize pool, weren't they? They were in the prize pool. Detour from the detour. Because these used to be very expensive. And then they dropped. I guess they were, yeah, and by very expensive, I mean like 2 million. That's very expensive to me. Someone who only has like 56 million Neopoints. Yeah, no. And then when they were here, I wasn't on Neopets. 50. See, you all were trying to be like, no, girl, they were always cheap. Look at this. 2-3 years ago. 50. 40, 30, 26, 5. Okay. So these have recently dropped. All right. And you didn't see a lot of them either. Okay. I know I'm always right, and I am. Now the crocs are more affordable. I should paint mine. All croc pets. There we go. Is there a faster way to get to this page? No. So these are the P2s. And like I said, they don't have the paint for who I want. We'll see. Oh, but plushie's cute. Should I get a plushie croc? I should just get the base one because it's cheap, right? And then you get like the P2, and I have to figure out the perfect P3 for like matching Crocs. But P3s, I'm not worried about those. Those are a little too expensive. But look at them. Look at these little guys. I prefer like a Croc to a Drake because back in my day, there were two difficult Neopets. One was a Croc, one was a Drake, and everyone loved Drakes. And it was 2 Neopias ago when like the marble Drake egg dropped, and so a lot of people could make Drakes. And I don't know if they're still super difficult to obtain, but they're not a pet that you can just go and create. You don't always see them super often up for adoption. Like, yeah. Anyways, I prefer the Croc to a Drake, and I guess we can start adding in the Varwolf for like unreasonably difficult Neopets to get. And I still choose a Croc over a Varwolf and a Drake, even though I have a Drake. I'm gearing up for my, I have no clue what I want my Croc's name to be, and that's truly it. And so it's like, do I want to, I don't know. We'll figure out the Croc stuff later. We still have to dip Beef Chomp. We have to do a whole lot of stuff. So like, just know if like I pop up with a Croc, it's because I kind of want a Croc. Anyways, we were talking about my P2s. Oopsie, I don't particularly care for, but I love the rock P2s. I love them. They're all good. The glow, the chocolate. I think, because here's my other issue, is I also kind of want a rock for my Croc pet. I think the rocks are fun. I think the Valentine's Day is fun. I think all rocks are fun. What are we doing? We're looking up rock. We're looking up rock. This is how I play Neopets. Gets you nowhere, but it's fun. These are just some of the best to me. Look at these. They're blue. Look at the Christmas rock. Fire. I love elderly and I love disco. So I have to figure out. I don't need my pets and my pets and my pets to like necessarily match, despite what I was saying about the Croc thing. Because I need an elderly and I need a disco. And I like desert. Oh, and look at Halloween. Philodendron should get a Halloween because Philodendron is my scary looking Halloween Grundo with the magma. And right now you just have this random pet that I attached to you. But wouldn't it make sense for like a scary Halloween magma Grundo to have a Halloween rock? 10 out of 10. Love orange. Love orange. When they gave that out, was that also in the Neopias or was that in Advent Calendar when they gave out a bunch of orange rocks? Love it, first sight. Love it. Love it. And then potato rock, like obviously either for potato or orange, I'm going to have to put it with a fruit or vegetable chia. But I don't have a fruit or vegetable chia, but I low-key want one. I kind of want asparagus though. Sorry. I really like the rocks. Love Valentine. I like woodland. Tyranian's funny. Stealthy's funny. Rocks are fun, and the rock P2 reminds me that like someone on the TNT side of Neopets just likes to have a good chuckle every once in a while. Because whenever they come out with a new rock pet, I'm like, oh, we're having fun. I love it. And then when you get Pebble, oh, love Pebble. Just a little guy. Love Pebble. So that kind of covers how I feel about Oopsie. And then Oopsie 2, the chocolate rock, is that, are they the rocks that match the pet? No. But I like the pets. This pet has no name. That's because I'm using you for an avatar. And then Mr. Krabs Jr. may have to go. But Mr. Krabs Jr. goes to Book Freak. And if y'all, just so we're all on the same page, Book Freak is my book pet, who is the Moroccan Nemo, who I love. I love the Nemo. And then what was that new crab they came out with this year that y'all hated but I loved? And it was a flotsam or a jetsam. Love it. But like look, and like the spider crab needs a crab P2, but there's a couple crab like P2s. I just got Mr. Krabs Jr. because Mr. Krabs Jr. was cheap, but I'm gonna like give Book Freak like a good crab. Okay, are you guys ready for me to zap? Have you tuned out yet? That's fun. That's fine too. So Lollygag is now Skeeter, and then we're gonna zap you or not. Did I use both of my zaps? Or was he just tired of me yapping and kicked me out? What notification? What can I do for you, jellyneo? Let's do the small hole that I am firmly believed nothing occurs. I don't think anything happens in the small hole, and I'm not looking it up. I took you guys on too many deep dives today. Maybe in another day I can deep dive into all these little dailies. That could be... I know Chowder used to do that, but like... I don't know. How could I differentiate my dailies deep dive from Chowder's? Well, mine will be less informative for one. Anyways, let's do the big labras and then you all can go home. I know you guys are like, ma'am, what are you... Let's get going. Okay, we're going. I'm giving you your time back. We're gonna do regular zaps. I hope you all have a good one. I need you all to look and see if you're subscribed because I don't ask all the time. I truly don't. I'm only asking like once a month. And so for the month of December, just verify you're subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, that's valid. And if you're not subscribed, don't... If you watched a couple of my videos, go ahead and subscribe. If this is your first video of mine and you made it to the end of this, bro, just subscribe. But also like check out some of my other content. I think you should watch my species ranking video and my paint color video, because that's going to tell us if we're going to be friends or enemies, you know. And then just from there, check out other stuff from me. It's all Neopets, you know, at the end of the day. Chocolate's lab exclusive. Okay, we're doing one more deep dive. Lab Ray. I think there's supposed to be a space there, but that's too bad. The Lab Ray. Is chocolate an exclusive color? Possible outcomes. Okay. Restrictions. So these are the things you can't. The Labray cannot turn your pet into a baby, magma, origami, pirate, plushie, quiguki, royal, or usuki. And then you're not going to be able to get a Drake, a Croc, an Ixie, a Tonu, or a Varwolf from the Labray. It won't change intelligence. And the exclusive colors. So the exclusive colors are Burlap, Ice, Mosaic, MSP, Robot, and Sponge. Okay, so then how do you get chocolate? Some other colors are often considered Labray colors because they cannot be achieved with any item, though they are available through Fountain Fairy Quest. So that's where chocolate comes in. You can get chocolate through the Fountain Fairy, but not through... So Fountain Fairy or Lab. Okay. Scary. What if I gave him a chance? What if I gave Zamifolia a chance and I took off the Christmas decor? Let me do that. Let me be honest. Put my bias to the side, even though these Minchies in their fists. But just you look better with the nose. Okay, here we go. Still looks a little funky. But chocolate's a rarer color. Yes. If Neopets wants to load, I guess Neopets doesn't want you all to drive home safely. Here we go. There is Zams. That is not good. There's Zams. The chocolate. I still don't like Minchies. Like, I feel like they're threatening me. And they're doing it in like a joking manner. And if it's like during the day, it's fine, but at night I'm clutching my purse. You know, no. Can't do it. Can't do it. But if anyone wants a chocolate Minchie, there you go. That was enough just absolutely nonsense today. I know you all care about my thoughts on pets, so I provided, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna let you all go too. I'm posting every single day. We're only on day 7, y'alls. We gotta get to day 31. We'll get there. Hopefully. Maybe. One of these days, I'm gonna just come in, do everything quickly, and go. Not all these videos are gonna be long. I guess the past week I've been in like a more chatty mood, but at some point I'm gonna get tired. Probably in the next 2 weeks, if I'm being honest, just because it's the end of the work year for me, and a lot of my people start going on their holiday break on the 22nd. So these next 2 weeks really gonna just be me at work. So if I'm not really chatty and we're just doing advents and zaps and I leave, it's because I had a bad day at work, and I'm trying to not complain about work as much, because then I feel like that makes it worse. Anyways, this was fun, right? You had fun. You're subscribed, or you're in the process of subscribing, or you're watching some of my other videos, or you're watching my shorts, which are basically just me clipping things from my long form video. I don't really watch short form content, so I don't know what works for short form content, but I'm getting views, so maybe that's good, but I'm not getting like as much engagement over there. But I don't know how short form content works, and I'm not looking into it. And then obviously long form content, I don't know. Like, I'm doing it, but is this what the people want? Is what you're getting? Yay. Anyways, what are we gonna talk about tomorrow? Who knows? Who knows? But it'll be something, and I'm posting every day in December, and then I don't really have a posting schedule after that. I could do that. I could solidify my posting schedule for 2026, but I've kept you all here too long, so I'm going to let you go. We have so many days where I can just chat and chat and chat and chat and chat, and I've been doing it today, and I'm not going to do it tomorrow. Okay, bye!